Hello guys, welcome to Ashok DevOps. In this video, we are going to see Docker networking concepts. Docker containers are isolated environments, but they often need to communicate with each other and outside of the world. Docker networking provides the means for this communication. So there are mainly three types of networks used widely. Bridge network. Containers on the same system connect through a bridge network using container names for communication. Second one, host network. In this, containers utilize host network directly, bypassing Docker isolation, ideal for performance critical applications. Number 3, overlay. Overlay network facilitates seamless communication between containers across multiple Docker hosts, commonly used in Docker Swarm networks. Now let's look at some Docker commands. Now I am in the terminal. Just run command docker network ls. So now we can see what are all the network types available on this Docker host. So bridge network, host network and null network are available on this Docker host. Let's create one container in the bridge network. Run docker run -d -p 8080:80 nginx. So this will create one container in the bridge network, as bridge network is a default network for Docker. Press enter. So the container is created. Let's run docker ps. So now we can see the container is up and running on port 8080, and this is the name of the container. Let's try to inspect this. Docker inspect and container name. So in the network section we can see this container is utilizing bridge network, and these are all the gateway IP address details for this container. Let's create one more container in the host network. So type docker run -d -p 8090:8090 space -- network equal to host and then image name nginx. Enter. So while running this command, it will show one warning like published ports are discarded on the host network mode. You can ignore that, and the container is created, and this is the ID. So docker ps-a, and this is our container name. Copy this and docker inspect. Enter. So now we have created a container in the host network. So this way you can create networks in the host or bridge networks. So these are all the commands for your reference. You can go through the commands. Next one is overlay network. So in this overlay network, the multiple Docker hosts are connected via overlay network, and the overlay network driver creates a distributed network among multiple Docker daemon hosts, and this network sits on top of overlays the host specific networks, allowing containers connected to communicate securely when encryption is enabled. IP VLAN network. So in this IP VLAN network, the IPv4 and IPv6 are controlled by this IP VLAN network, and you can get complete control of layer 2 VLAN tagging and even IP VLAN L3 routing. Next, MAC VLAN network. So in this, each container will utilize one MAC address, and it will appear as a physical virtual machine for the network, and applications which monitor network traffic expect to be directly connected to physical network. In this type of situation, you can use MAC VLAN network driver, and MAC VLAN network driver assign MAC address to each container virtual network interface, making it appear to be as a physical network interface directly connected to a physical network. The next one is none network or no network. So this network is used to isolate containers, and you can use network flag as none to start a container in none network. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe Ashok DevOps.